Welcome to Paul's Engage channel, and today I'm just going to go through with some of the bits that I've been doing most recently. It's been a long time since I've done a video. I did do one today. I put one up from Stone Market exhibition, which was on Sunday the 28th, and it's now Tuesday the 30th. But yeah, so we've been out and about. In the last year, we've moved, got a new car, and just been sorting things out. And it takes time, especially at my age. But yeah, so I've been collecting some bits and pieces, and I've got a wide range of models that I've got. Some from Temu, some from eBay, model shops, etc. And yes, we've been out and about, but we haven't been very far because by the time we got the car, most of the model railway exhibitions were a bit far for us. So we've managed to get a couple in locally to Norfolk and Suffolk, and we're now just getting out and about. It's summer, it's hot, so today here's some bits we're doing. First up, with the old decorations going naff, some of the little cheapy decorative items like these are the ones. The power packs, I keep them. They are good for doing little buildings and saving on having to wire half a dozen feet up. But because I don't have a layout, I'm just using these to light up houses or little dioramas that I'm doing. And these are handy because 2 AA batteries, and they will power, as you know, loads of lights. So I've been using them, and they will, give ample power to a wide range of little electrics. This is one of the old portals, the tunnels. I found this in my box. I forgot about this, but I might use it on a diorama, or if I ever do get to do a layout, then I will use that. Otherwise, it will be back in the box. Now that we all like to recycle, and model makers especially, good old McDonald's or Burger King or places that do these little pots for sauce, I invariably catch a few of them and keep them. They're ideal for doing models, making paints up, and can be used for various things, but I normally use them just for doing a little model or something, and I only want a small amount of paint, and rather than keep squeezing it into a plastic lid or something, I use these, and then I can throw them away when I've used them. And along that vein, occasionally you get given these, if you like, chip portion buckets or trays, and they've come in handy for, again, same thing as doing modelling, painting, whatever, or especially if I'm working with grass or static grass, that you can go in there. So another thing not to throw away, well, obviously you throw them away if you've been using them, but if you manage to get hold of a couple, then you can keep them for various bits. Another bit for the storage tray. As I said before, I've been doing some shopping on Temu and various internet sites, so I managed to get this, which I built. It's like an old substation, an old work office, and I've given it a bit of heavy weathering, and put a little bit of scenic water in it, just to give it that usage. And I've also put I was going to say glass, but it's plastic sheeting in to form windows, and I've used the glue and glaze for smaller windows that, well, I actually ran out of the plastic sheet to make windows, but I thought, oh, glue and glaze is good, and this would have been prominent in buildings of this structure. They would have just used some heavy glass just to give light but give a bit of security. And this is the smoked glass, so that it hides a lot from the outside. But you could put because it's got the false bottom or no bottom, you could put a light in there and light it up if you wanted. Anyway, that's one of the items, and that was from Temu. And another item from Temu is a great office block. It's 1 N gauge, so it's ideal. It's slightly smaller than normal 148. This is my 160, I think 150 maybe. But it's ideal. It's going to go in the background. It's a building. Buildings aren't really uniform size, so you can use this on any layout, really, N-gauge layout without any issues. Again, use the glue and glaze to put some glass in, so it's ideal for that. I've weathered this. I've weathered this. I've given it a coat of grime because this would go on a layout. But so that's another item from Temu, and I enjoyed making it. It's quickly snapped together. It's not loads of parts, and you can make it your own. Another Temu building, another office block. Again, these are used extensively on layouts and dioramas, and I've glue and glazed them and used a bit of sheeting that I had for the ground floor where bigger apertures, but smaller apertures, the glue and glaze works excellent. And it's again, you can weather these, make them a bit grimy, whatever, because they're not always in pristine condition. Some places, are regularly cleaned, but most office blocks I've seen are not regularly cleaned. They clean the windows and some of the facades, but not the whole building. So this one's, again, another one from Temu, and I like the brick front, and I painted that with brick colour, obviously. But you could leave them grey, but I thought it's ideal for that sort of thing. I've seen buildings like that. This is one of those buildings that Temu do. It comes with a bit of glazing, I believe. If I remember rightly, it may have came with, it might not have done. Oh no, I'll tell a lie, it didn't come with glazing. And I had some spare plastic sheet which I used. The smaller apertures, as I say, I've used glue and glaze. But this is supposed to be a dress shop and typical out of town or even in town building. It's got a bit of European type style about it, in that it's quite a big open front, and it's been weathered a bit, but because it's all pre-painted and it goes together well, it doesn't always take the weathering very well. But this one's okay because you wouldn't see it too dirty in the town anyway. But this is a lovely model. Again, great for that sort of industrial feel or the business park. So And again, through the bottom, you could, put in the light maybe up in the roof just to hide it. It's got 2 floors. You've got 2, if you like, 2 sections where you could actually put lights and maybe hide it. But yeah, that's good. It's another good Temu one, that. Oh, yet another one from Temu, and this one came like this. It's all ready, set up, and it's got glazing in it. It's also got hollow, so you can actually stick a light in up at the ceiling. It could do with a bit of weathering. It would also need to do a bit of sealing to stop colours bleeding or light bleeding through. It's ideal for a little house, residential side, and I really like this. It's really nicely well done. A little bit of weathering would make it look a bit lived in or a bit older, but you could say that this, you could even put it in as a brand new build. It's really nice. I like this one. But yeah. And this is an unmade office block, a bit like the other one I showed you earlier. And this is how it comes in a little pack. No instructions are needed because it's pretty simple how to put it together. Yeah, it's a 10-minute, 15-minute job. You might need, you would need to put glazing in, and it's like the one before where you can put, I put glue and glaze in this canopy, but you could leave it open, I suppose. But you can paint it, you can leave it grey, I don't know. I preferred mine to be painted at the front with the brick. Oh no, that's a lie, that one wasn't. That one was the grey building that was just dirtied. Yeah, good thing to have. But I haven't got around to making that one yet, and it might take a while before I get round to that. This again is one to be made, and this is another Temu one. This is the old snap together, but this is a block of flats. Not too high for. I'm not sure whether I don't think it's got any plastic glazing in it, and I don't think I'd want to glue and glaze all the windows because they may be a bit heavy and a bit offset. So I'm waiting to find some clear plastic sheet to do for glazing. But that's a Temu one. Might take an hour or two. Plenty of bits, and it's ideal for your good old urban or your town scene or residential. Not a Temu buy this one. This one was went into a shop I think it was in Norwich, and yeah, got this Kestrel's design. It's good old pre-war semi-detached houses. Again, it's something I like building, putting together, and then once I've done it, I'll give it a bit of weathering. But yeah, these are pretty good. As you can see, the price it wasn't too bad a price for that. And I like Kestrel kits, they're not too bad. And here we have some good old Metcalf kits, and these are the laser wood cut things. So we got some market stalls, greenhouse, and picnic tables. As you can see, they're unmade as of yet, and they're engaged. So I'm gonna have a look at those later on. But there are a couple of other things to do before that. That we're working on, a project my wife and I are working on. So once I get that done, then I'll give these winter job these are. And another one I picked up from Model Shop. It was a cheapie, Hegen, however it's pronounced. A couple of little houses, cottages, whatever you want to call them. What are these called? It's not in English, so I have no idea. But yeah, and Elgin are quite good. This is going to be like obviously Engage, so we'll give those a go. And it's an unopened package, so I know all the bits should be in there. and we'll get around to that again. Another winter project is sitting there waiting to be done. And this is a recent Temu buy, which is a industrial building, warehouse. Ideal for either go against the rails, so you can have a train come up against there, the old wagons, or just in an industrial site where you could have lorries coming here to load up. You've got ramps here. Again, these are short windows, and it's one of these 3D printed jobs. So it's not actually perfect, but then again, most warehouses wouldn't be perfect. This will need to be glue and glazed, and some of these ones which are a bit damaged can always be boarded out, as most warehouses do when they start getting run down. But I like the old frontage, it's quite good, got some doors and that. Again, that's going to be a nice one to paint up, I think. I did get another 3D printed job from Temu, which it was supposed to be a station. This bit looks okay, and it looks really quite nice, apart from this overbridge, overhang at the front here. It looks as though the 3D printer got a bit confused on a PLA, decided to have a fit. Anyway, it's not too bad because that can be easily tidied up with a few files or something like that. I shall have a go then. That's another winter job, or maybe late night or early afternoon job at the weekend. But yeah, it's quite a good presentation. Windows, again, some of the windows get damaged because they're only PLA, and the string bits, the stringy PLA is pretty naff sometimes. If you can get it 3D resin, they tend to come out a lot better, but this is okay. You don't want, if you want something perfect, you're going to have to get a different type model. But this looks perfectly okay, and it can be used, on a rundown country scene or whatever. It's not going to be what you might call the pristine new build job. It's lovely. And this is something I brought a while ago. It's the brick sheet from Temu. It's supposed to be N, but I've got a feeling it's between N and O gauge. But it's quite a good representation. It doesn't actually come up very well on camera as this, but once you've got it in, I use it normally for paving even, or for a big old wall. They're quite good, and paint does go on well. Best to, before you start modelling it, is to give it a wash down with soapy water to get rid of some of the resin, sort of what they call it, like the oils on it. But yeah, it's good, and it's it's an A4 size, so it means I can get a lot of stuff out of this. Another one of the bits from Temu I got was a pack of glass mats, and they're only the small ones because I didn't want the roll that ends up after 6 months in a box, or you're waiting to get it done, curled up, and you have to end up leaving it flattened for another 6 months for it to straighten out. So I've got these, which are ideal. They're 6x6, and you can stitch them together, as they say, just like laying turfs. But anyway, yeah, they're good there, and I think I've got a dozen in there. Might have been 10, but I can't remember. and yeah, they're nice green, just normal green. So that can go in the box for bits to be done. Now then, I have got here a box full of old buildings that I have had for ages, which I've weathered up, painted. I have sold some on eBay, but these are what aren't selling at the moment. And I've got a feeling in here I've also got some engaged horses, or horses that are supposed to be engaged, but that's debatable. But yeah, all the little houses here I have painted, and I've also got this, which I love, is one of the, now this is a resin one, and this one was beautiful. I had about 4 of these, but a couple went on a layout that I sold, and I sold a couple on eBay last year. And these, yeah, I like painting these, and ideally doing these ones because they're such a good model, and of course I have had done the glue and glaze on them. Adding, what's this? Oh yeah, this was a little Scaldell, I think it's Scaldell, or Little End, signal box, ground signal box. And then there's just a couple of Metcalf bits, an old shed, brick shed, and a pillbox. And the rest have disappeared and been sold. So we're doing well on those. Now, this is my latest acquisition that came today, which is an N-scale school kit. Long for me to build. Again, when I get the time, I'm not really in a rush to get that sorted. But it's got loads of little bits in it, and it should be good fun to build. So we'll give that, and I'll let you know how that goes later. I'm going to put that in the box, and then that goes in the bigger box. And this is one of the projects that I'm doing with the wife. We've got a couple of OO gauge card kits, houses, and put some lights in one of them, and I'm going to put another light in the other one so they could join up. We're just going to have a bit of fun, putting some grass down, maybe doing 2 different types of houses. And I've used this, it's good stuff, it's cardboard, and it came with a packaging or something, and it's absolutely great. You can use it for former on ground. I mean, there's a thicker one at the bottom, and then I've got a bit of thinner one at the top here. But you can step it up, and it's good. And this is just a book, what was in cherries came in the box. So I'm trying to get something sorted to put that down, stick that together, make sure it's okay. I've raised it here, and then I'll just do a couple of bits and pieces, put some grass, some paving, etc. in, just to give it an urban feel. But that's one of the projects that the wife and I are doing at the moment. And some more stuff from Temu. So I've got some balsa wood, some one A4 type. I thought I'd ordered the 10 pack, but I got the 4 pack, so didn't do it right. So they're okay, they're quite good, and they came quite quickly actually. I think they must have been in the UK. But yeah, so they're good. They're good for a project I've got going on, and they're on the same line. So there will be plain. I got these smaller MDF type balsa sheets, which I thought, they sit 4x4 by looks of things, and there's about 10 of them. Maybe 15, but 10 I believe. And they're again for another project, and they're ideal if you want to just put a little building on them, and then just do something and then slot it into a layout. So yeah, that's a project coming up. And then the last two, they're both the same. Excuse me. And these are supposed to be 00 gauge sheds, or up to 172, 187. And I don't think, I'm not sure whether they're what I really thought they were going to be, but they're sort of card MDF, well, card laser cut card. So we'll try these out and see how these goes. But these, something that we're trying to do, for the wife, but I'm not sure that they're the right ones. But it was the closest I got at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to give them a go. So there's supposed to be about 3 sheds, I believe, in this. Might only be 2, but anyway, we'll have a go, and yeah, see, that's the next project I'm going to do in the next few weeks, and we'll see how that goes. This is just my Model Rail magazine that I picked up the other day, which is a July version. Yeah, so that's about it, all that's been going on. We've moved, we're settling in, I think we're getting there now. It takes a long time to put everything into place, but now that we've managed to replace the old battle bus with a brand new one, yeah, it's good. We can get out and about. Not so long. It doesn't feel as though you've been travelling for a week when you've only been doing an hour. The old car Toyota was great, but it was a bit of a beast, and it rattled and rolled. And now we got a nice new, well, 25 reg MG, so it's good to get on the road again and get a bit out and about. But we'll hopefully be going to a few more model shows and other things that we're doing. So yeah, keep in touch, and hope to see you again soon. Enjoy the videos. And excuse the dodgy camera work. I'm getting used to the fact that there's a new feature on my iPhone, on the model, where I can pause the videos, and I'm still getting used to it, so excuse dodgy camera work.